Hello! It's time to start recorders! Yay! We play recorders here at St. Elizabeth with a special program called Recorder Karate. So this is Recorder Karate 1, and I will send it in your email, but I will also make copies for all of the 5th graders that you can pick up with your recorders. And if my 6th graders need any copies of Recorder Karate 1 or 2, you can also grab those from me. We'll get paper copies to you and PDF copies, online copies. This is what Recorder Karate 2 looks like. And so what happens in Recorder Karate is we learn how to play the recorder, and with each new skill we get a new song to play, and they start out really simple so that you can get the hang of the recorder and learn new notes as we go along. And then what will happen is when you play the song for me, and you can do this through online music by recording a video on one of your devices and loading it into Google Classroom or emailing it to me. Any way that you want to get it to me is perfectly fine. You play the song for me, and then I will award you your Recorder Karate belt. And the belts actually can go on the ends of the recorders. We put a rubber band around, so I'll give you a rubber band, and then we hook our belts to the rubber band that's on the bottom of our recorder, and it shows your progress as you see colorful belts like karate belts start to hang from the bottom of your recorder. So we're gonna have a great time this year learning to play the recorder. And when you open up your Recorder Karate book here, what happens first is it gives you a little history. Yours will be stapled if you get the paper one from me, but mine goes in my binder, so I unstapled it and punched holes. So you get a little history of the recorder there. It tells you a little bit about it, and then it tells you how to hold the recorder, how it should be put together, because it comes in several pieces so that you can take it apart and clean it. And you can just clean it by running some warm water through it every once in a while. It's not super hard. You can roll up a cloth and run it up there if you want, but it's really like just run some warm water through it, let it air dry before you put it back in a case, and you'll be good to go. And you don't have to do that every time, just every once in a while. So our recorders, yours look a little different from mine. Mine is a dark color because actually Mrs. Davis went to a conference one year when I was first started being a music teacher, and they had a giveaway and I won this recorder, and it's so cool. It came with this little like neck strap piece, so it's easy to hang around my neck when I'm teaching and then pick up and play. It's great. So it's always fun to win something. So anyway, mine looks a little different from yours. Yours is probably closer to the color of my ring from the neck strap, that kind of color right there, if you got it through the school. And yours comes in 3 pieces instead of 2. See, mine comes apart here, yours will come apart here, and then also down here possibly. Okay, it depends on what kind we ordered either last year or this year, which one you get. Okay, on all of your recorders though, there's a hole in the back for your thumb. Okay, your thumb covers that hole. And if you look at your fingers, on the pads of your fingers right here, not the end, but kind of the fleshy part right there, the pad of your finger, that's what's supposed to cover the hole, so that it covers the holes on the recorder completely. If you curve your fingers too much, it won't cover the hole because your fingernails get in the way and the end of your finger is not very big. And so if you use that pad part to cover the holes, it will help you out quite a bit, because not covering the holes all the way makes you squeak and squawk and sound really kind of funky on the recorder. So you're gonna wanna cover those holes. Now, how you hold it in your mouth is you're gonna go ooh-ee like that, and see how that bottom lip comes across your teeth right there? And then lay the back of this mouthpiece right there, and cover the top with your top lip. You don't bite down on the recorder, you hold it in your lips, okay? And when you do that, you can leave everything open, even the thumb hole right here if you want, okay? And you blow into it. Cover the thumb hole, and let's say thumb hole, and then I'm gonna cover the first one, the second one, and the third one. Depending on how many holes you cover, depends on the sound that you get, whether it's high or low or in between, okay? And when you blow that air, I want you to picture like it's a cold day and you're trying to blow warm air on your hand like you're gonna fog up a window. That gentle warm air that you feel on your hand, That's the kind of air you want to blow through the recorder. Really nice and steady, gentle, warm air. Now, our first song in Recorder Karate depends on whether you have already finished Recorder Karate 1 or Recorder Karate 2. So, we'll get to that in just a minute for my new 5th graders, okay? But in your Recorder Karate handbook, it has all instructions on how to play your recorder, how to care for your recorder. It gives you a review on the types of notes for like tas and ta'as, TTs, T's. Okay, all of that is reviewed in here. The names of your lines and spaces. Recorder is on the treble clef, so that would be every good boy does fine on the line. F-A-C-E, face in the space. Those are our note names for our lines and spaces, and that's all covered in the beginning of your Recorder Karate 1 book, okay? Now, here's something that a lot of people kind of mess up. And if you're looking at me, I am probably backwards on your screen, okay? Because video reverses things sometimes, okay? So when I play the recorder, I play with and it really doesn't matter whether you're left-handed or right-handed, okay? You play with your left-handed hand. This is my left hand. I'm putting that on top of the recorder. Left hand on top, right hand on bottom. And when I hold the right hand on there, I'm just balancing the recorder. I'm not covering a hole with the bottom of my right hand, with the thumb of my right hand. I'm just balancing it there. And the recorder doesn't go right against your body like this or straight out like this. It goes kind of at a 45-degree angle from your body like this. So left hand on top, right hand on bottom, 45-degree angle, warm, gentle air, right? And you can play all kinds of things once you have just the basic idea of how to play the recorder, which you're gonna get in just a minute, okay? So, our first song is called Hot Cross Buns, okay? Hot Cross Buns. So if you open up to your white belt, it looks like this page right here. White belt song, Hot Cross Buns. There are only 3 notes in Hot Cross Buns. It goes, Hot Cross Buns, like that, okay? And the Hot Cross Buns, if we look at our bottom line, it starts on the 3rd line up from the bottom, okay? Hot is a ta-ah note, a half note, that is 3 lines up from the bottom. Well, if I do my poem, every good boy, 3rd line up from the bottom, boy, that's B. So our first note is B, and this is how you finger B. You cover the thumb hole with your left thumb, and you cover the top hole with your left index finger, pointer finger, right? Thumb and first finger. Thumb and first finger. That's B, or the first note of Hot Cross Buns. 3rd line up on the staff, B, thumb and first finger. And it's a half note, which means it gets ta-ah. So you go 2 beats, right? Now the second note is on the 2nd space from the bottom. Well, let's think about our spaces. F, A, A. So that is A. So instead of thumb and first finger, that's B, it's gonna be thumb, first finger, and 2nd finger, covering those front 2 holes right there. So I'm gonna go B, like that, and then A. I'm gonna keep my fingers in front of the holes, but I'm gonna push down on B, and then add the 2nd finger for A. So it'll go, see that again? Because both of those are half notes, so they both need the 2 beats. The 3rd note is G, because it's on the 2nd line up from the bottom. Every good starts with G, so that's a G. Thumb hole, first finger, 2nd finger, and 3rd finger. That's G. The thumb hole and all 3 of these fingers right here. Your left hand, left thumb at the top, in the back, then 1, 2, 3, G. 1, 2, 3, G, right? So that's G, and it's gonna go. So I'm gonna start at B and go B, B, A, G, rest. Okay, ready? You don't have to pull your recorder out of your mouth when you rest, you just have to stop blowing the air, right? And I am kind of on the inside of my mouth, when I change a note, I'm kind of making a t, two, 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 like the t, 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 t sound. That's what I'm doing with my tongue. I'm touching the top of my mouth to kind of give a clean start to the next note. So if you're wondering how to kind of get that clean start without it going like that, then you add that t sound. Play it with me. Put your thumb on the thumb hole, first finger on the first note. We'll go B, A, G, rest, rest. Okay, do it with me. Ready, go. Then it happens again. So we're gonna go B, A, G, rest, rest, B, A, G, rest, rest. Right? That's the whole first line. Play the first line with me. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. Now the second line, it starts on G. So the note that we just finished on, we're gonna keep our fingers there because the second line starts with it, and it's 4 quarter notes. G, 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 G. So I'm gonna go, and I'm doing that by making that t sound on the roof of my mouth with my tongue. Da, 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 like that. So it's going. Then there's 4 A quarter notes. Lift up the bottom finger. Okay, did you hear that kind of squawked, kind of squeaked a little bit when I first blew it? I rocked my fingers up off of the holes. Bad Mrs. Davis. It can make weird sounds and anybody can make that mistake, okay? So don't worry about it. Keep squeaking and squawking and move on. Keep covering those holes. So we're gonna do 4 G's and then 4 A's. Do it with me. 1, 2, ready, go. Very good. And the very last thing in the song is just B, A, G. Okay, so let's try that whole second line. Start at the 4 G's, then the 4 A's, then the B, A, G. 1, 2, ready, go. There we go. Let's do both lines all the way through the song together. 1, 2, ready, go. Very good, that's hot cross buns. You did it. That's all there is to it. Now in your email, I sent you a link to a place online where there are accompaniments to all of our Recorder Karate belt songs. And so we're gonna practice today. The first one we're gonna do is with the slow accompaniment for the hot cross buns, and then we'll do the fast accompaniment. So let's play it with the accompaniment right here. Ready? trouble with that, don't worry about it. Just rewind a little bit and do it again. Do it as many times as you need to kind of get it under your fingers. And then you can move on to the next one. We're going to do it with the full performance, which is a little bit faster. Actually, I just lied. We're going to do it with fast accompaniment. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. There we go, that's all there is to it, and you can practice as many times as you need to. Just rewind a little bit on the video and play it along with me, and then when you are ready, go ahead and record yourself playing hot cross buns and send it to me, and you will earn your white belt. We're gonna have a lot of fun. You guys are gonna do great. I can't wait to see videos and hear you playing hot cross buns.